I'm so sorry. Here we go. My grandfather rode a camel. My father rode a camel. I drive a Mercedes. My son drives a Land Rover. His son will drive a Land Rover. But his son will ride a camel. Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum's impermanence impacts everything, including social values, trends, and family dynamics. In North America, the family life mythology of the happy Christmas greeting card nuclear family holds out to be a hoax. By 1970, just 40% of us were members of a household, including one married couple and at least one child living at home. By the turn of the millennium, married couples with biological children in the home accounted for 26% of the households. What our culture portrays as normal isn't normal anymore, if it ever was. Discussion about family life may trigger very different emotional reactions in two different people. We all come to the rooms feeling something worse than different. We feel abnormal. Many of us grew up in dysfunctional homes, as defined by adult children of alcoholic syndrome. We grew up with rigidity, excess, boundary issues, unclear roles, neglect, violence, and mixed messages. What mode of transportation our parents took is the least of our concerns. Any of us that did come from functional nuclear families are the true oddballs, according to statistics. We felt less than and expended energy trying to right perceived inadequacies. Meditation and healthier self-talk reinforces a sense that we are not inadequate. We are okay already, and the goal is not perfection. Willingness to change ourselves is a positive characteristic, but we are already worthy. We feel different, which of course is true, but we are rights-bearing equals, be it a camel, a Mercedes-Benz, or public transit that gets us to our meetings. Who is the last person I compared myself to? Do I compare how I feel with how others appear? If I feel like I am not good enough, where did I get such an idea? Well, not good enough, right? Was kind of, if you went to a Kingdom Hall, you were never good enough. You were never good enough for, right? So, and as far as the culture of Jehovah's Witnesses, you know, it used to be said, oh, we don't get divorced. We'd go to the district convention, circuit assemblies, Kingdom Halls. And the brothers would say, oh, but our community doesn't get divorced, right? It used to be that about 35 years ago. And now it's changed. And the community is filled with, well, it's in the news. You know, just even one child being molested makes a difference because it's a ripple effect. But because they have not gone to the authorities properly, the ripple is more like an earthquake, right? It's not a ripple, and they never dealt with the problems inside the community properly. So because of that, the families have been affected. Our family was. So, and I know of the 13 little boys that were molested, plus 2, plus maybe one more. Yeah, their families were fraught with problems after divorces. I kind of followed up on some of the families. Divorces, alcoholism, addictions, drug addiction. It was traumatic for these kids. and it was traumatic for the families. So, yeah. That being said, as Jehovah's Witnesses and as a community, they suffered the same as the regular people around us, or worse, because the regular people around us went to authorities properly, and they got their families help, and they didn't deny their children, and they didn't deny things that were right in front of their faces. Whereas Jehovah's Witnesses would look at it and say, oh, Jehovah's going to deal with it. Oh, Jehovah's going to deal with it. Bull crappy. No. You need to get yourself in therapy. You need to get the kids out of the organization, get yourself out of the organization, and get yourself cleaned up. That's the only way that you're going to get help. But you got to fall, I don't know how many times before it actually happens. For my family, they fell and fell and fell and fell until, well, my dad didn't survive it anymore. You know, he didn't want to be around. He didn't want to get disfellowshipped. And my mom went along with that kind of behavior. Within the community thought behavior, groupthink behavior. My mom went along with the groupthink behavior, and so because of that, our family did not survive. So you really got to think about it. You really have to think about what you're going to do and how you're going to deal with it, because this is talking about families outside of Jehovah's Witnesses. And these are families that are suffering. And I think as Jehovah's Witnesses and families inside the organization, they really deny a lot of the things. They're in constant denial. So it really does affect the family as a whole. Rigidity, excess, boundary issues, unclear roles, neglect, violence, and mixed messages, right? We saw all of that growing up. All of it. It was very difficult. And there were a couple of families that, you know, had circuit overseers and special pioneers, and their kids were special pioneers, circuit overseers, all that stuff. But when a kid didn't do the right thing or follow that path and marry, let's say, a Mormon, or marry somebody outside, and that was that one individual inside that little nuclear family that Jehovah's Witnesses produced, of a circuit overseer, you know, elder, pioneer, blah, 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 blah. You know, the kid was, oh gosh, there was a big, huge label right on her arm, or his arm. And that was the scapegoat, or that was the oddball that they said didn't follow the rules. And we knew it when they would come back and they would be in the Kingdom Hall, right? We did. I did. And I never really found out any of this stuff until I started to actually have conversations with some of the family members who were open enough to tell me what was actually going on in their circuit overseer, pioneer life and lives with their parents that were this caste system that I just never even was able to get to. I was never going to be able to get into that caste system. I didn't marry a man that was a participating Jehovah's Witness as an elder or a minister. He had no mindset of that when I married him. And he just was trying to live. And the same with my father. I mean, they were just trying to survive. So they didn't have the culture didn't seem to matter to them. My dad didn't matter. It didn't matter to him. And my husband, it just didn't matter. I married someone that I was comfortable with. I didn't want an elder. I knew that. I didn't want an elder or ministerial servant. I knew that. That wasn't what I was attracted to. Meditation and healthier self-talk reinforces a sense that we are not inadequate. I think meditation for me, self-talk is great if you can do it, but sometimes I had listened to a doctor and he was explaining self-talk doesn't always work, but good health, right? Exercise, making sure that you exercise and get your brain as balanced as possible by eating well. And that doesn't mean that you have to eat. For me, that I can honestly say I don't buy organic, okay? Okay, sorry. I don't buy organic. I buy foods that I can afford and that are close and quick. Trader Joe's is a big place I'll go. At Aldi, I'll go. I've been going to Aldi. And these are, these are local to me. I don't have time to go to the farmer's market. I don't always have the amount of money to get all these fancy, these farmers farm to table type deal. I don't have the money for that. And I don't have the time. So it's a lot easier if I go to some place where I know that they're trying to do organic and they have the options there for me. But for the most part, I don't, because the earth is, to me, the earth is all affected. It doesn't matter what you get. You can try, but we're all kind of affected. It doesn't matter what we eat. That's my personal opinion. I get what I can afford. I get what I know is good, perfect proteins. I do better without meat. I know that. I feel better without gluten, and so I will have bread. It's all those little things that you know about your own body that help you, and that help your children, and that help your husband, making sure you have a good, healthy protein in the morning so your brain can work throughout the day. It starts it off in the right direction. No sugar. Those little things help. So, those are the things that I try and do. Meditation, quieting my brain. All helpful, all very helpful. So yeah, and well, I can say I'll be driving a Camel, right? I'll be riding. I like public transit if I can do it, and if it's local, and I'll do public transportation. That's me. A car is a car is a car. I don't care. My husband said it doesn't matter as long as it gets you from point A to point B and you're safe. That's it. That's it. So, and making sure that I do look up things that are helpful, and that I do talk to people and be drawn to people. I want healthy people drawn to me, and I want to be drawn to healthy people. That's what I want in my life, and that's what I want for you too. So I want you to stay healthy, get healthy, and remain healthy, right? And doing things for ourselves in a positive way is what is going to keep us there, and that's what I want. I want to stay there. I don't want to get out of that little. I want to stay nice and healthy. I want to be around people that can show that to me even and help me stay that way. And I hope this helps you. I hope this helps you on your healing journey. I never say like and subscribe, but if you feel that this could help someone, please like and subscribe and leave a comment and tell me where you are, because I've got a few. I have to get my map and then put it up. I'm kind of boring right now. I took everything off my walls and I just kind of like the empty space. I had a lot of neat stuff on the wall the way I like it. I go from maximum to minimum, and right now I'm in the minimum stage. That's okay. And pink, because pink is really good. I love pink right now. I don't know why. I'm a little bit. I got some of my canvases and just painted them pink, and now I'm wondering what I'm going to put on them. I'm dabbling in AI, open art AI. So much fun. So much fun. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. Okay, well, I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. If you think this can help others, please like and subscribe. It helps, and it helps the channel stay, right? I don't know what YouTubery's gonna do. All this YouTubery, because they keep us around, but I don't know if they're really gonna keep us around. So we'll see what happens. As I say all the time in all my videos, follow your